CJP's your guide, let's start the show. Tag teams picking, faction shaking. He's got the scoop for moves they're faking. Built on the line, dreams on display. The EVP show keeps the drama in play. It's good, let's go, where the heroes rise and the legends grow. CJP brings the shots, you know. The EVP show, it's out of control.
What is going on, everyone? It's the EVP from the EVP show, and we are back again to do the WWE Smackdown recap. And like on the Monday Night Raw recap, I'm joined again by my co-host, the OTE Edward AK. What's going on, man? What you got going on tonight?
Nothing much. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Edward AK, and I am the original two heads enforcer. And by the way, not only did I watch SmackDown, I also watched the Detroit Lions play. But before we start the show, I just wanted to say speedy recovery to Maurice. I think it's Maurice. He had an injury similar to Damar Hamlin. It's not exactly like Damar Hamlin, but it was similar to. So they had to call the game off. The Lions got the win, but at what cost? So speedy recovery to him.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, let's dive into it. So obviously, SmackDown tonight took place in Montreal, Canada. So it was very, very raucous crowd. They were popping in there in Canada tonight. So Mark Nash obviously was the ring announcer tonight. And then we had Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett as usual as the commentators. When the show kicked off, basically it was just kind of a recap of the end of SummerSlam with Cody and Cena, and then obviously Cody winning and Brock coming out at the end. So to start the show, we get John Cena. Montreal went absolutely crazy for Cena. He come out like the old Cena. He did have the towel on the front, but he actually like ran to the ring this time. What did you think about? I mean, the fans were going crazy. What did you think about Cena's entrance and him finally being back?
I mean, I loved it. I mean, I told everybody this. I was a huge John Cena. Like, you guys think I'm bad with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline? Should have saw me when I was younger with John Cena, man. Like, I loved how his entrance was back. I also loved not just last week, but this week he was saying the champ is here, man. Like, just hearing that for the first time in first time since 2017. Pretty special.
Yeah, it was. So we get Cena. Fans are going crazy. Obviously, Cena, doing his babyface thing. And then he basically tells, Brock Lesnar like he hasn't forgot what happened. And if he, whenever he wants some, come get some. Basically, at that point, I don't know if it was just me. I felt maybe we could get Brock at that time, but obviously, I mean, I was fully expecting Brock, but it didn't happen. We ended up getting the Maverick, Logan Paul. He interrupted John Cena. What do you think about that?
I
Did you
mean,
expect Brock or what?
yeah, I was expecting Brock, but I'm honestly not mad about Logan Paul. I don't listen. I don't understand why everybody hates Logan Paul just off of one thing that happened nearly a decade ago. Um, he's shown ever since for the past 3 years, Logan Paul has shown that he can absolutely go in the ring, and there's a reason why John Cena chose Logan, and there's a reason why John Cena said that Logan Paul may be a better wrestler than him. So I mean,
Yeah,
I can't wait for John Cena versus Logan Paul. Um, and yeah,
yeah, it was you know, even though Logan's hated, in media, for stuff that he's done on YouTube and stuff like that, politics type stuff, the man can just absolutely go in the ring. Um, so
yeah,
obviously,
all that matters is if he can go in the ring and if he can like get a crowd reaction, he gets a crowd reaction and he can go in the ring. That's all you need.
yeah, 100%, 100%. So obviously Logan comes out, interrupts Cena, and challenges John Cena to a match at Clash of Paris, in which John Cena accepts. So we're gonna have Logan Paul versus John Cena in Clash of Paris instead of John Cena going up against Brock Lesnar. But that it didn't end there. Obviously, Drew McIntyre come up from behind, attack Cena, and then here comes the new undisputed champion Cody Rhodes in for the save. And that sets up what would be our main. Well, obviously, Nick Aldis is like, all right, well, here we go. That sets up our main event for tonight, which is going to be John Cena and Cody Rhodes, which I never thought would team up. They
Dude,
literally hated each other 2 weeks ago.
Nick
Uh,
Aldis has to be the funniest GM of all time. Like anytime somebody wants to escape or get out of a situation, Nick Aldis always comes out and is like, actually, you're in a match, and it starts right now. I love it when Nick
yeah,
Aldis does that.
yeah. So Cody comes in, makes the save. Cena gets on the mic. Logan and Drew are outside the ring. Um, Cena looks at Cody and is like, "All right, well, it looks like I got a partner tonight." Um, and obviously he did. So then the match is made official. Um, John Cena and Cody Rhodes against Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul to close the show. So that's big to have Cena and Logan Paul and Cody and Drew all wrestling on a SmackDown. I think maybe Cena has 10 dates left, which it's crazy because the next SmackDown's in Boston and um, Cena's
Oh yeah,
not.
that's in Massachusetts.
Yeah, it's in Boston, and Cena's not going to be there, and that's his his hometown. That's wild. But
I think
yeah,
they're gonna go back again for SNME.
yeah, probably end of the year, like December, something like that. Um, so after that, we see Solo Sikoa, Talatonga, JC Mateo, and Tongaloa. Solo comes out, you know, basically, bragging about the victory, doing what Solo does best, just killing it on the mic. Um, and it was obviously made official by Nick Aldis as well, that we would get the MFTs versus the Motor City Machine Guns, but it was going to be Talatonga and JC Mateo going up against the Motor City Machine Guns tonight. For me, it seems like the direction where they're headed now, because Solo did mention in the promo about we're going to be seeing some new tag team champions soon. Um, I could see the MFT probably getting a tag title match against the Wyatts pretty soon. So what did you think going into this match? Obviously, we'll talk about the match, but were you happy to see this match, or what were your thoughts?
I was happy, but I was also torn because I love Solo, but I also love the Motor City Machine Guns because of Detroit. But
Mm.
I was happy to see the MFTs get the win. I feel like they are the best challengers for the YS6, and I feel like that match has to happen at. I feel like that match has to happen at Survivor Series. I feel
Yeah,
like they should. I feel like they should extend that storyline out because there's so much potential with all of the all of the magic that the Y6 produce versus all of the shenanigans that the MFT does. So I cannot wait for that match for those titles. I hope they extend it out to Survivor Series. If not, then it'll be at Clash in Paris. I almost said Clash at the Castle because I'm so used to saying that.
yeah, for sure. So we get Todd Tonga and Jesse Mateo against the Motor City Machine Guns. We got Tonga Loa and Solo Sokoa on the outside, as well. Um, so when Solo was talking, basically he was talking about how what greatness looks like and what during his promo. And then I mentioned, the tag team champions coming. I mean, there was obviously it was a numbers game. With Solo and them outside, um, they did distract the referee, and Todd Tonga ends up getting a choke slam on Chris Sabin for the 1, 2, 3. So it was actually like it wasn't clean, but it was clean. Like there was interference from the outside, but Todd Tonga got the choke slam and the pinfall against Chris Sabin. Your thoughts on that? Did you expect them to win, or what do you think?
Yeah, I kind of expected the MFTs to win just because that's the tag team receiving a push right now, other than the Wyatts. Um, you could make a case that the other tag teams are getting pushed are Montez, are the Street Profits, um, DIY, but let's be real here. Um, the MFTs are the ones getting pushed along with the YS6. Let's just be 100% real here.
Yeah, 100%. So after that, Nick Aldis comes out. I mean, Solo's like talking after the match. Like we mentioned earlier. Um, and so Nick Aldis comes out. Obviously, we're in Canada, and introduces Sami Zayn. Obviously, with the referee as well, which fully it, it entered into a match with Sami Zayn going up against Solo Sikoa, which was a non-title match. Um, I mean, I kind of expected it. Well, I mean, we're in Canada. Sammy's from Canada. Like obviously, we saw Chelsea Green later on in the Charlotte segment of Charlotte and Alexa segment. But we
Yeah, that
got
Charlotte Alexa segment was gold.
yeah, 100%. So we got Solo versus Sammy non-title match. Um, so what do you think about them announcing that match, and how, what was your reaction to it?
I mean, I thought it was pretty good. At first, I didn't know what he was talking about until he said it's somebody that you know very well. And then I realized that the show was in Montreal, and I know that Kevin Owens is injured, and there's only
Mhm.
one other person who's relevant right now, and it's Sami Zayn. So I kind of expect, as soon as I heard him say, "So you just so happen to know this person very well," and I saw the location, I said, "Yeah, this has to be Sami Zayn."
Yeah, it was a pretty good match. Um, So there was a lot of near falls. Obviously, Sammy hit the power bomb off the top. Solo kicked out. Sammy hit the exploder twice on Solo, and then so Solo was going to go for the spike. Sammy somehow came out of that, and Sami Zayn rolled up Solo Sokoa and got a roll up 1-2-3 victory over our United States champion on SmackDown. Um, so what did you think of the ending, and where do you think we're headed? Do you think Sami Zayn is going to get now be granted a U.S. title match with Solo, and what do you think of the result?
I mean, I thought the match was pretty good itself. I did not expect the ending where Sami Zayn was going to win. What I thought was going to happen is that the MFTs were going to get involved and start attacking. So I
Mm.
thought it was going to be a disqualification, but no, it wasn't. Sami Zayn actually won. I don't really think this will lead anywhere just because Sammy's on Raw. I think they only brought him to SmackDown because of Montreal reasons.
Yeah, I mean you could be right, but they have been saying that draft is coming up, that they're going to be moving stars around and stuff like that. So you know maybe Sammy gets away from Cross. I don't know. We don't know what's going on with Cross yet. So I mean, with him getting a pinfall victory, like that would put him like in my eyes, put him as number one contender. If they did decide to go that route, which there's plenty of history already there with Sammy being in the bloodline with Solo and Jay and Jimmy and Roman and all that from the beginning. So it does tell like a long term story with that for sure. So Sammy wins. So the next segment, we see the new women's tag team champions, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Both of them are looking dashing tonight.
Happy
Um,
birthday, Alexa, if you're
yeah,
watching.
yeah, this was Alexa Bliss's birthday. Um, so Charlotte tells Alexa backstage that she has a birthday gift waiting for her in the ring. Um, a lot of speculation on what that could have been. Like I thought maybe new titles that like we thought like maybe new titles that said we're not friends or something like that. What was your thoughts whenever you first saw that like Charlotte like was going to be delivering a gift and all that?
I mean, I thought that the gift was gonna be um, like revealing that Charlotte actually wants Alexa to be her friend. That's what I thought the gift was really gonna be. I didn't think there was gonna be an actual cake involved and an actual like present wrapped. Um, but that, like I said earlier, that segment was gold. Chelsea Green interrupts, says that she's from Canada, but also this is the city.
Yeah,
I mean, I get what she says. She's not from Montreal. She's from Vancouver. So,
right, right.
but
But yeah, that was basically just a backstage part of it. After that, we saw a video vignette. Actually promo like the whole member, like all the members of the White Six, including Nikki Cross, were all talking in the back. So, um, what did you think about that? Because like I haven't heard a couple of them like cut promos at all.
I thought it was great. I thought that it that how when everyone gave their promos, especially the ones that you didn't hear, that's great character development. If you want to
Hmm.
build your character, you got to be able to talk, and that's what they did tonight. They were able to talk, try to make it believable, and that's what they did tonight. Especially Dexter Loomis. How many times have you heard Dexter Loomis talk?
Not, I've never heard him talk ever.
Exactly. So I think this is showing character progression for the ones that have not spoken.
Absolutely. We got our first comment from Zach Minger. It says Happy National Frozen Custard Day. Interesting. Yeah, I forgot to post on X that I was about to go live. So, um, I don't know. If you have a phone, like you can tell them we're live. I don't have access to it. I was in the middle of watching the watch along, so I didn't have a chance to post that we were going live. I see 22 people watching right.
I mean, I can because this is my computer. I mean, I can open another tab and it's just
Yeah,
just share
ma-
like the video from YouTube.
yeah, or you could just like repost my post or something, and just say we're live or something like that. But I mean, It's up to you, however you want to do it.
Okay.
Um, so when the White Six were talking, though, what was interesting to me about the promos is we kept seeing flashbacks from like that TLC match, like just clips, like all through there, from that TLC match. So, I loved it. Like you said, the character development. We're finally getting to see like all the members of the Whites like actually cut promos and talk, which I think is phenomenal. I think it's good stuff, for sure. So after that, in the back, we see B5 and the Street Profits and Candace, Ray, and DIY.
And Nick
Um,
Aldis, that Nick Aldis just in bickering just comes in from out of nowhere.
so when we were watching a watch along, like on the front row, like obviously you could tell, like, did you see that scar on Candace's leg?
I
That was
did not see that. No,
Yeah, that was from the TLC
the
match.
ladder.
Yeah, she took a monster, huge bump,
I mean,
right there.
I gotta give her props, bro. So, like, she literally got involved in the men's match, went on top of the ladder, then got accidentally pushed down into the, got pushed out of the ring onto that one ladder. So
Yeah, I mean, it was for me. That was like one of the big, huge moments of the match. Like her getting pushed all the way across and like off the ladder, like over the rope, and
and
like
then seeing Johnny Gargano's reaction to it too.
yeah, yeah, like that was like crazy. But yeah, that scar was from that. So they start arguing or whatever. Nick Aldis comes in again. He loves to do that. And makes the match next week. With the Street Profits versus DIY. What was your thoughts on that segment? Like, what do you think about it?
I thought it was funny the fact that Nick Aldis just popped in from out of nowhere. Um, and I can't wait to see their match. I mean, we're gonna see DIY versus the Street. Man, I cannot wait to see that match. That's gonna be a banger.
Yeah, one thing for sure is that we got um on the SmackDown division, that tag team division. So like you could put any two teams out there in a match on SmackDown, whether it's Fraxium, DIY, Street Profits, Phoenix and Andrade, like any of those teams that was involved in TLC, and you're gonna see an absolute banger. I mean, it's gonna be great. Um,
Rarely
but
have
yeah,
I ever seen a match that involves tables and ladders and chairs be that bad, except for like one-on-one street fights where they don't
yeah,
even utilize anything. So
100%. 100%. So after that, Charlotte Flair comes out first, followed by Alexa Bliss. Obviously, it's Alexa Bliss's birthday. They get in the ring. There is a table out there with a birthday cake. It says something about to celebrate. And obviously it has Charlotte Flair like in big, and then Alexa's like way down there at the bottom. And Alexa's like, "Well, where's my name?" That like the story is just phenomenal. So then Charlotte shows her or whatever, and then she tells her that she has another gift for her, which something that I've been pitching and saying on like Twitter Spaces and even like after SummerSlam. Like I guess whenever they decide to like flip on each other, they could do where Charlotte ends up becoming like that Lily doll or something like that instead of just like a full blown Charlotte. Like she's so over right now. Like I think it'd be crazy like to turn her back like heel because they had to like go into this angle with Alexa to even get her back likable with the fans. So, but yeah, the
well,
second
actually,
gift,
I think her getting likable with the fans started with all that Tiffany Stratton nonsense.
yeah, I mean it did, but like this has really like put her over like and I think them being tag champions is like a really good thing because, like I said, on our last stream, like we those titles need to be elevated. So the second gift was obviously that Lily doll that Charlotte had said she had saved. She said even though it was ugly, which was funny. But she gave, but and the Lily doll even says we're not friends, which is hilarious. I think that's absolutely hilarious. But then there was another gift. It was actually the Charlie doll, basically a Charlotte Flair doll. So it also said we're not friends on it as well. Charlotte gave that to Alexa, and she's like, "Oh well, me and you are not friends, and Lily and Charlie, they're not friends, but like,
And then the crowd started chanting Charlie, Charlie.
yeah, yes, yes,
Started chanting your name, bro.
they did. They started chanting my government name for sure. Um, so before the segment ended, we had um Chelsea Green's music hit. She obviously interrupted the party. Um, but before that, Charlotte said before Chelsea Green music hit, Charlotte said she needed something from Alexa, and that was a hug. Um, obviously, Alexa was about to go in for the hug. We get Chelsea Green's music. Um, Chelsea Green came out with Piper Niven, Alba Fire, Secret Harvest. Um, she come out and said that Charlotte and Alexa were self-absorbed American weirdos, and that they make her want to change her to get a new passport. I mean, she was letting Charlotte and Alexa have it. That was they basically she said that the only really true gift tonight was Chelsea Green being in the building. Um, and obviously because she's from Canada as well. She said they need to be celebrating Chelsea because we're in my home country. We're in Canada.
Well, then
Um,
she trashed Montreal though, so
yeah, and then obviously like she did the dig at Montreal. So
that's dude. I feel like that's just like a cheap way to get a heel pop is just to insult somebody's sitting in, and it works
mm-hmm,
every
hundred
single.
percent, 100%, 100% it does. So after that, Nick Aldis comes out and he says, "Surprise! We got a brand new referee." Which I've never seen that referee before. He looked like really young. I didn't even get the guy's name. But yeah, so he announced that it was going to be Chelsea Green. It'll be Chelsea Green going up against Charlotte Flair tonight. So before we get to the match, we saw Miz and Carmelo in a backstage segment.
It's so great to see Carmelo Hayes back on TV.
Yeah, it's been a while, and I just hate that he's like still in that Miz vortex, even though like Miz
Yeah,
is iconic. Like like there's got to be bigger things that they can do with Carmelo. So
I,
like,
I smell. I don't know about you, but I'm sorry. I sense a face turn for Carmelo because Carmelo was mad at the Miz saying, "Hey man, where you at? Like you left me off. You left me off SmackDown for 2 months." I feel like they've started to tease. Um, they have started to tease Carmelo Hayes turning face. Um, and I think the Miz is gonna do something that will warrant the face turn.
yeah, I mean it makes sense. It definitely makes sense for sure. Um, so Nick Aldis walked up. It looks like Miz and Carmelo are going to have a tag team match next week. Um, Nick Aldis did not announce the opponent, so I do not know who the opponents are for the Miz and Carmelo next week. So after that, we get to the Charlotte Flair versus Chelsea Green match. Um, I mean, Sammy just won in his home country. I was like, well, like, is Chelsea gonna get the win over Charlotte? Because Charlotte just beat Chelsea like what another like a month or two ago on SmackDown. Um, Piper and Alba were actually out there. We had Alexa out there as well. What was your thoughts going into this match? Did you think maybe Chelsea would get the win because it was in her country, or did you think? What do you think about the match?
I thought Chelsea was gonna get the win, to be honest, because if they can give Sami Zayn a win over the literal United States champion Solo Sikoa, somebody who is really valuable to the WWE, just like how Charlotte Flair is, then they could easily give a win to Chelsea. Scratch that. They can easily give a win to Chelsea Green.
Yeah, she has completely mastered that. We did see a lot of like interference from the Secret Harvest. The funniest part to me was Piper and Alba like they grabbed that cake, which was hilarious. I mean, obviously, like I love what Alexa did off the top rope, like you doing like the flip into Piper and Alba. That was great, good pop on that. But Piper and Alba actually bring that cake into the ring, and Chelsea tries to set up her finisher. Um, to what is the unprettier? Um,
It's the unprettier. She
yeah,
was
so
literally trying to unpretty Charlotte. Literally.
yeah. So she tried to set up the unprettier, and hit that on Charlotte like in the middle of that birthday cake. Charlotte Flair reverses it. Basically does her own version of Chelsea Green's unprettier and puts Chelsea Green flat into her own, or not her own, but into that birthday cake, which was just freaking hilarious. Um, After that, Charlotte Flair locks in the figure eight, and Chelsea Green taps out, and we get Charlotte Flair with the win via submission by the figure eight. What was your thoughts on the match? Do you think the match was great or good? Like, what was your thoughts on it? And where do you think we go from here? Do you think we could see maybe a Secret Harvest versus Charlotte and Alexa next for the tag titles, or where do you think we're going from here?
I mean, exactly what you said. I see the Secret Rivers versus Charlotte and Alexa for those tag titles. Now I since they've been following this trend, I don't think it's gonna happen at Clash in Paris. I think it'll happen on the SmackDown before because
Yeah.
they've been doing that for some odd reason. They've been doing that for
Hmm.
since USA Network got SmackDown. So
Yeah, yeah. I don't think that's going to be a PLE match. Because right now it's looking like it could be six matches for Paris. Obviously one's only been announced, but by the end of the night, it looks like two for sure from SmackDown. That's going to take place. So after that, we see a backstage segment with Tiffany Stratton. And she's talking about she's been the champion for 216 days, which is crazy. She's actually 14-0 in 2025 with
I
seven.
hate I hate the fact that she won it on my birthday, bro. She beat Naya on my birthday, bro.
Wow, that's pretty wild. Um, but she's talking about, she's been champ 216 days. It's always Tiffy time. She always get back to that. Now, I will say this about Tiffany. Um, if you go back and watch, she was on Impulsive this week, Logan Paul's podcast. It was definitely a really good stream. I enjoyed it. I'm not the biggest Tiffany fan, but I did watch the pod. in between everything else that I got going on. But yeah, it was definitely a really good show. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. So Tiffany was interrupted by Jade. Again, Jade just said, same thing she said last time, like I'm taking that title. Um, she said, basically the same thing before the SummerSlam match. Tiffany said, no, Jade said she's gonna finish that story. Cody Rhodes reference. Uh,
Dude, I hate that tagline so much, bro.
yeah, I
Finish
mean,
the story. Finish the story. Like, come on.
I feel you, bro. I feel you. But so Jade basically says, I'm going to finish the story. And Tiffany counteracts with saying, well, it may be a story, but it's going to have a different, it's going to have the same finish, basically, with her retaining. Um, so what got a little interesting to me, and I'll get your comments after this, is Tiffany walks away, but we see Kiana James and Julia come up and confront Jade and basically give Jade a card, which basically I would think it's significant of like contact me for like a title match with Julia. Um, so a little tease there maybe with Julia and Jade, but then we
Yeah,
see
I think before you go on, I think they will team up. I think it's a great way to turn Jade heel. Obviously, as a face at first, she's gonna deny it, but she is going to start realizing that she's gonna need the help of Julia and Kiana. So
100%, 100%. What's going on, Ryan? With the
what
crazy
what
eyes,
what is that? Like,
it's a crazy,
what?
crazy, crazy emoji.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what's going on, Ryan? So she gave her that card, but the thing is like Jade gave that card to Meechin, and Meechin was like, "Oh, well, I'll take the title match." So back to what I was talking about before, is you know on main event Fridays on the space, what we were talking about was what titles we felt like needed elevating, and this U.S. title is one of them because let's go back to when Chelsea was champ, when Zelina was champ, and now when Julia is champ. They've all been intertwined in a vortex to where they're defending the titles against whether you know for Chelsea it was like what 4 or 5 matches against Michin. Zelina had several title defenses against Chelsea Green. And then Julia's only defended the title once, and it was against the former champ, which was Zelina Vega. So looks like we're probably headed for a Michin Julia match. I think that's probably going to be Julia's next title defense. So what did you think of that segment? Um, and what do you think we're going from here?
I mean, like I just said, like I like the segment, and I think that Jade will align with them.
So you
That's
think
Yeah, I think Jade will align with it, man. Man, you're drinking. What is that? Is that the yellow Fanta?
mhm.
Man, man, we don't get those over here. We only get the red ones and the orange ones. Anyways,
Yeah,
back on topic. I think Jade will team up with them, and it's a great way to make her a heel. She
yeah,
won't at first, but the seeds will grow into the cotyledon. The cotyledon will grow into the full plant, and that's what's gonna happen.
yeah. I mean, it's very possible. Very possible.
And I
Uh,
think Jade will beat down Michin because if
okay,
you remember, Michin came in the room with her baseball bat and said, "Do you need this?" and that type of stuff, and just took the card. So
true, true, true. Very good stuff. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, about the Fanta though, like going back to that, I was talking about on the watch along on front row. Like, um, I, I used to drink a lot of pop, like a lot of Coke. Like I haven't had a soda in like 3 weeks. I haven't gotten any headaches, which has been crazy because I've been drinking like Coke to like my almost my entire life.
Dude,
Um,
Fanta is my favorite pop. Like it's literally my favorite pop. Then I always drink this and
mhm.
Fanta. Like
Yeah, I mean, Fanta's not like a
when I'm working out, I drink like Gatorade and
yeah.
water.
I mean, Fanta's not like a huge step up from like Coke or Pop or whatever they call it.
Yeah, but at
Um,
least there's no caffeine in it. So
right. So like, I don't have any. I haven't had any caffeine like in 3 weeks. So
yeah, I don't drink. Yeah, so like I don't like me. I don't drink coffee.
I don't either.
Last time I drank Coke was like I don't know, like 5 6 years ago. Same thing with Pepsi. Like
Yeah, it's just weird because I've been drinking it all my life, and then I just all of a sudden started drinking Fantas again, and I just haven't had a Coke. Like it's just crazy. I haven't had a headache or anything. It's wild. Um,
I know, man. Like I recently found out because like at the Walmart gas station over here, they have like options to get
mhm.
like a drink. I don't know if you have any down there, but um, if they don't have Fanta, like the one I went to, it didn't have Fanta, but it did have iced tea. But I did not realize iced tea had caffeine in it until I looked it up. So I said, I'm not drinking this again. It was good. I'm not drinking it again.
For sure. All right, well, back to SmackDown. We saw like a little small vignette thing of Aleister Black. It was rumored, Russell Votes reported a little while back that Aleister Black was in for a heavy push. He did have one match with Damian Priest. Where do you think we're headed with that?
Dude, I cannot wait to see Alistair Black wrestle again, man. I was a little bit disappointed that it was only a vignette and that we didn't get to see him wrestle tonight. But
Hmm.
if that means that, like you said, he's going to receive a massive push or a big push, go ahead. I feel like Alistair Black will defeat Damian Priest wherever they fight next. And
Yeah,
I feel like honestly, I feel like Alistair he belongs in main event slash upper mid card, kind of like LA Knight.
I agree. I agree. So after that, we see John Cena and R Truth in the back. One of my favorite segments of the night, where Cena put his hand up, R Truth put his hand up, both sides, left, right. R Truth kept saying, you're back," and then Cena was like, "Oh yeah, you were the one that was like, went crazy in Brussels and like said you were gonna ruin wrestling and R Truth like hugged Cena and like it's just absolute comedy with those two. Like just absolutely great stuff. What do you think about that? Finally Cena and R Truth reuniting.
I thought it was funny, and I also thought it was like manipulating for Cena to say that literally everything that he did. I thought it was like manipulating our truth into believing that he did it.
Yeah, that
But
was
there's one
funny.
thing I want to say though, like I don't know why they stopped pushing our truth being serious. I mean,
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed that like 2 3 week run where he was being serious, saying that he's in the driver's seat now. And
Hmm.
I don't know what happened, but
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question for sure. So we get to the main event of tonight, and it's going to be Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre going up against Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, the undisputed heavyweight champion, and
and the greatest of all time, the former never seen 17 gracing Montreal with his presence, John Cena.
Yeah, Mark Nash killed that when Cena come out. I love that. He definitely executed that very well. So we get Logan and Drew out first, obviously, and then Cena comes out, huge pop, monster pop as always, and then they save the champ for last. Cody Rhodes, I mean, he's not getting booed now. He, I don't see a heel turn coming. I mean, it could happen, but I just
Heel turn only comes when the Rock comes back, and I don't see the Rock coming back, and he doesn't need to come back because he ruined what was hot for the last 3 years.
yeah, I agree. I agree.
He can stay his ass in Hollywood, bro. We don't need him no more. We got Roman.
Yeah. 100%. So Cody comes out. I mean, pretty good match. I felt like Cody was in the ring a lot longer than Cena, which is kind of expected. I mean, Cody needs to, it's not carry Cena because Cena put on a hell of a match at SummerSlam, but it just seemed like Cody was in the match for a pretty good while, back and forth with Logan and with Drew. Um, so Cena, he hits the fallaway slam on Logan Paul, and then he also hit the five knuckle shuffle on Logan Paul. But Drew interrupts. Oh, he hits the AA as well on Logan, the finisher. Everybody at that point probably thinks it's over. Um, but Drew McIntyre interrupts, and that's not the end of the match. So then Drew's setting up to hit Cena with the Claymore, and here comes Cody with the super kick to Drew, and him and Drew like go outside the ring. Drew goes outside the ring, or Cody throws Drew outside the ring. Then Cody goes across the ropes, suicide dive through the middle rope into Drew, which I called it the Super Cody move. Great move right there by Cody. And then all of a sudden, we get a low blow from Logan Paul to John Cena, and the referee immediately rings the bell, and it's a disqualification with John Cena winning the match by DQ. But after that, we see Cody and Drew going at it outside the ring. Drew hits Cody with the belt. Cody seems to just, I don't know, he just keeps getting like thrashed with that belt, bro. Like, just everybody's hitting
It's like
Cody with that.
it's like the one thing that he's been chasing, for his father is the one thing that like keeps hitting him in the head or knocking him upside the head.
100%, 100%. Um, so obviously Cena wins by DQ. Cody and Drew continue outside the ring. Um, Drew hits Cody with the belt. Cody goes down close to the end of before the credits the credits come on. Drew's holding that title, looking at that title. So we'll get to that in a second. Drew hits the Claymore on Cody up under the
through
table.
Yeah, through under the table. I know
Mm-hmm.
I know that doesn't make sense, but it's literally what I'm saying. He literally Claymore kicked him through under the table,
Mm-hmm. He sure did.
and then
So
he
that
was talking trash. I didn't hear exactly what he said because I couldn't hear him over the
he said
crowd, but he was
what
talking trash to Cody after he did that.
So what I was able to see from like reading his lips was that it sounded like he said, "I'm taking your title," or "I'm coming for you," like I'm taking this title or something like that. So that's pretty much how it went up the air. Um, so for me, it's pretty obvious how they set the tag match up tonight. Like, we're not getting Cena and Brock at Clash in Paris. Um, we're getting Logan and Cena, and then we're gonna get Cody and Drew. Is what it looks like to me. For the undisputed championship. What's your
Now,
thoughts on the match?
this
And
this match that they're gonna have, I predict that Clash in Paris, it won't be their last. It's not. It will be their first, but it won't be their last. I
no,
actually, I actually think Drew is gonna be the person to take the title off of Cody next year. But until then, um, we all know the outcome. Until then, Cody is winning. Um, but for me, I feel like if I like, yeah, Roman, we enjoyed Roman 1,316, but if we all knew that Cody, out of all people, were gonna win it, I would have pulled the trigger and had Drew win it at Clash at the Castle 3 years.
hmm yeah.
But
I mean, I think
unfortunately, none of us have a crystal ball where we can see into the future. But
right. I do feel like it's happened at Clash of Paris for sure. Um,
I feel like Cody loses the title at SummerSlam.
I don't think so. Well, next SummerSlam or Mania?
Next SummerSlam, because
Uh,
like I don't think he's losing at WrestleMania.
I mean, I don't know. A lot of people don't think he's going to hold to Mania, but I think he's absolutely
Oh
holding
yeah,
to it.
he's definitely holding for at least another good 6, 7, 8 months, and
Yeah,
that 6, 7, 8 months is WrestleMania season. So
yeah,
at least
100%. So it looks like right now, as it stands, we're gonna have Logan Paul and John Cena Clash of Paris, and it's not official, but I'm sure they'll make it official next week. It looks like it's gonna be Cody Rhodes defending against Drew McIntyre. Um, yeah, that was pretty much SmackDown. Obviously, we got Street Profits and DIY next week. Miz and Carmelo in a tag match next week. It looks like Alistair may do something next week. I'm Cena's not going to be there, I don't think, but
it
we
could
will
be a
hear.
surprise because remember how we all thought Roman wasn't gonna be on Raw,
Yeah, true.
and
I mean,
like the last 10 seconds where Paul Heyman jumped out of his skin. Like we
true.
didn't. I did not think like I'm gonna speak for myself. I did not think Roman was gonna be on Raw last Monday. So hey, anything like Cena can easily show up next Friday without us knowing or without
Yeah, I mean, it is its home state, hometown, so like it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, I'd be here for it. I mean, I would like a more proper build for Cena and Logan. Maybe a promo or two session with them two before Clash in Paris or
yeah.
Clash at Paris.
Cody's not filming Street Fighter until next month, so we're actually gonna get a good proper build this time. No, it won't be like nobody's taking a break until Street Fighter. So
Yeah, so with that, Street Fighter is not going to start filming until September 2nd.
by the way,
And
were you able to catch Roman's movie?
I haven't yet. I haven't yet, but I
I
will.
I caught it. He was only there. He was only like his scene was only 1 minute.
Oh wow. Well, yeah.
How,
So
how are these movie companies gonna draw us in just to see 1 minute,
I
not five,
mean,
not
Nikki Bella was in Happy Gilmore and had all of her scenes cut, and then Becky had like a couple. You know, she had three or four pretty cool scenes in Happy Gilmore too.
I
Um,
haven't watched it. I heard people like saying it's good or not.
oh, it's super good. You got to watch it for sure.
What's it about?
So just Happy Gilmore. Have you seen the first one?
No, I haven't seen any of them.
Well, you probably need to watch the first one. It's about Adam Sandler. Just he's like kind of nutty, but like wants to do golf, and like he has a crazy golf swing, and he ends up like winning all these big tournaments. That's the first one.
Oh, so
Uh,
it's a sports. It's a sports movie.
yeah,
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like one of those things where Adam
nah.
Sandler tries to be funny again.
I mean, he's funny as hell in the movies, but like
Well, yeah,
it
but
is.
what I meant is like I don't know, like that one movie where him, Chris Rock, and
Yeah,
Kevin Hart were in it.
yeah, yeah,
I thought it was gonna be like another one of those.
yeah, absolutely. So yeah, and then the second one, like Adam Sandler's a little older, um, and he's like hadn't played golf in a while, so like he's his wife ends up. I'm not gonna spoil it, but like something happens with his wife. He's got like kids, older kids. So like he's trying to send his daughter off to dance. So like he gets back into golf. It's really good. You got to watch it. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it for SmackDown. So obviously, we didn't really have too many comments tonight. I see about close to 40 eyeballs up there. I don't know if that's from X or YouTube. We just had like 4 comments tonight, which was from Zach, and then
I
Ryan
guess
with
Happy National Frozen Custard Day. I didn't even know that
yeah,
today was Frozen Custard Day. Man, I would have went. I would have went and go got me one if I knew
for
that.
sure, 100%. So yeah, thank you to everybody that tuned in tonight. I'm gonna turn it over to Edward and let let Edward tell you like what he's got going on, where you can find him on his socials, and then I will do my spiel.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see right there, my name is Edward, aka I am the OTE, the original Two Heads Enforcer. You can find me on the main event show. I am also a DKO signature athlete, so you can find me on main event Mondays. You can find me on main event Fridays. You can find me sometimes on the EVP Zero show. Sometimes I've been on there for like a month now, but um you can find me on Twitter at AKO3official, Instagram at AKO3official, YouTube. Just put in my type in my name or type in because I have 2 channels, so you can either type in my name or my second channel. You can type in AKO3official. I'm also a rapper too. I make music. Um, my rap name is EKE03. So my last name, which is AK03. Um, hey EVP, what would you rate my last song, Summer Vibes?
It
What
was
would you rate it?
good. Probably,
Would you
I would say
would you
probably close about 8. It was really good.
would you recommend it to people watching?
Oh, for sure, for sure. Yeah, you gotta check out his music. It's definitely really good, for sure.
Yes,
Um,
sir. And
but
then
yeah, go ahead.
like if so we also launched a new thing today called, well, not today, but we launched a new thing called the front row. I'm thinking about vlogging. So if you want to like go check out my vlogs or stuff, you can go to the front row, sign up for the front row, get access to me vlogging. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, by the way, go Lions. I just want to reiterate, like, get well soon. Get well soon, Maurice. And yeah, that should be it. Oh, and by the way, tomorrow makes it 1 whole year since I went to my first ever Friday Night SmackDown, and I saw the return of Roman Reigns. Not at SummerSlam though. The return of Roman Reigns to SmackDown when
Oh
Solo
wow,
called him out, and he took out Solo, and he took out everybody, but failed to get his Ula follow back because Solo snuck it out before Roman can get pick it back up. But yeah, tomorrow makes that 1 whole year. I cannot believe that, bro. It's
that's
crazy.
wild. That's wild. Yeah,
But
thanks for coming.
yeah,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was saying, but yeah, oh, one last thing before we go. Sorry for all the plugs, EVP.
Oh, you're
Um,
good.
so EVP and I are on. We're on like a Twitter league. It's called and my I made a team on it. My team is called the Detroit Muscle. So we play the way we play our games is like we go against other teams. There's 18 teams. What we have to do, like when we go head to head, you just like the post pretty much. Share it with other people, so that we can win. Our game for today ends in 30 minutes, but we have games on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Times may vary. The last two, like tonight and last Wednesday, we had the primetime game. So, but the results will be ending in about 30 minutes from now. So go ahead and check that out. If you want to also be a part of the team, just let me know or let CJ know, and CJ will let me know. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much everything I wanted to plug. Th- Excuse me. Thank you, EVP, for letting me back on the show. Um, I hope we get to do this again in the future. I know your next show is on. Correct me if I'm wrong. Your next show is your second ever Monday Night Raw review, right?
No, no,
Or is
no.
it the
That's
LFG?
mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So
LFG.
I'll be here in the comments. You won't see me like this. You'll see me in the comments in the LFG stream. Other than that, thank you, EVP. Um, there's only one thing left to do, but I know this is EVP's show, but I always like to close out shows saying it. So I'm gonna go back to the EVP first, and then I will say it. I'm sure EVP knows what I'm talking about. Let's go. Let's get out of here. Let's go, EVP.
All right, so I'm gonna get my plugs in. Obviously, thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. We were streaming live on the front row, on my Twitter X, which you can find down at the bottom of the screen at EVPCJP. My Instagram at EVPCJP, and on my YouTube channel is at the EVP Show. We were also streaming live tonight on my Facebook, which I'm not giving my link on air for that. You'll just have to find that yourself if you really want to find it. So for me, it's been a while, like 2 weeks, a lot of content. I just posted a short today of about 16 seconds or so about Rhea Ripley. Just a little funny, cute little thing. You guys check that out. Obviously, you can find me on Main Event Mondays. Coming up this Monday, it'll be episode 56. Wow, that's crazy. 56 episodes. Uh, uh,
Woo!
yeah, we've been booking it, man, like over a year. And then you can also find me on Main Event Fridays as well at 6 p.m. or it has been 7 p.m. Eastern the last couple of weeks. Um, I guess as far as the channel goes, obviously my next stream will be Sunday at 11:30 p.m. Eastern. I will be doing my first ever LFG recap. Sorry, I had a burp. After that, starting next week, it's just a rinse and repeat. I will be back at 11 p.m. Monday for my second WWE Raw recap, followed by on Tuesday the NXT recap at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, and then we're back again on SmackDown for the SmackDown recap at 10:30 p.m. Eastern as well for that. Some things to look forward to. I am going to do a NXT Heatwave prediction show and also an NXT Heatwave recap, and then I'm also going to do a um, Clash at Paris prediction show, and then also a recap of that as well. So tons of content coming you guys' way. Um, you know, Edward's been on two of my recaps, two out of the three of my recaps so far. So definitely glad to have him on for sure. Um,
Hey man,
I'll
let me know. Let me know whenever you need me on again, or whenever you want me on again. Let me know.
Yeah, we'll just schedule something up. We can do like a Raw or a SmackDown or something like that. It's a lot for me. It's a lot easier with two people, just to kind of bounce ideas off each other instead of me just running the whole show down. But I mean, I did the SummerSlam recaps by myself, and it was okay. I like it a little better sometimes when I like doing it by myself sometimes, but then I also like having somebody come on and just kind of bounce ideas off the what happened on the show and stuff like that. But yeah, my Sunday 11:30 p.m. Eastern. You'll see it advertised tonight on Facebook and also on X. My first ever LFG stream recap. So you guys tune in, pay attention to that, retweet, and hopefully I will see you guys there. Do you want to do your exit thing after I do the outro and the thank you, or before?
Yeah, let's do it after the after the let's
Okay.
go out.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you for coming, and I'm gonna see. Well, I'll see. Hopefully, I'll see all you guys Sunday night, 11:30 p.m. Eastern, for my first ever LFG recap. With that being said, I'm gonna send you to the outro.
CJP's your guy, let's start the show. Tag teams picking, factions shaking. He's got the scoop on moves they're faking. Built on the line, dreams on display. The EVP show keeps the drama in play. It's good. Let's go. Where the heroes rise and the legends grow. CJP brings the shots. You know the EVP show is out of control.
All right. Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed the outro. And obviously it was a big thank you to everybody that showed up tonight. It's like we had about 30 people. Can't really tell. I have to go back and look at the numbers after, but I see 30 eyeballs still in here right now. So thank you so much. I will see you guys. I will be solo Sunday. Probably will see me and Edward again Monday night. For the Raw recap. If Edward's available, if not, then you'll see me back solo again for that.
Yeah, I'll try my best this Monday, but it's not guaranteed.
Okay, yeah, just let me know like your availabilities on during the week for the recaps, and then I can that way I can know which booth I need to set up and all that. Obviously, there's 4 recaps a week, so just whatever day you can make it. Um,
Yes, sir. I'll be happy. I'll be happy, and it'll be a pleasure for me to join your show once again. I
yeah,
just
for
don't want. I just don't want it to be like keep becoming repetitive when it's not my show. You know.
Well, it's not really that. It's just, like I said, sometimes on these recaps, it's good to have 2 men. Predictions, obviously, you want at least like 2 or 3. I'd love to do like 2 men recaps on like PLEs too. I don't, for me, it's not a whole lot of fun just to come on here and recap the PLE by myself. But yeah, anytime, man. There's 4 a week, so, but definitely give me some like advance. Like if you decide you want to do the recap on Monday, then let me know by like tomorrow or Sunday for sure. That way I
Okay.
can plan ahead for it. And then if you want to do NXT, then 2 days advance, and then SmackDown. Obviously, let me know like by like Wednesday or something like that of next week. But yeah, thank you guys, and I'm gonna tune in to Edward and let him close it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a great show, the EVP show, SmackDown Review Edition. Ladies and gentlemen, you see Logan Paul right there. You see John Cena right there. You see the fans right there. Those people behind us, that's what we do it for you guys. And ladies and gentlemen, there is only one thing left for you to do. This time, I'm gonna let CJ say it. CJ, go ahead.
Acknowledge us.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, peeps. We're out.